All right, here's the thing. I know I'm a little bit late, but I'm coming with this afternoon video. But this is what I wanted to say. Um, if you think it's okay to hate people, or if you think it's okay to just screw with people, or feel like you are a dominant force on somebody else, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna dictate, you're gonna dominate, you're gonna tell them what to do, and they will have to listen, and you will do this systemically, number one, right? Also, you're gonna say, hey, look, I got this small organization or whatever I have, I'm gonna run it the way I wanna run it. Then you know what's gonna happen? Then more people like these people will say, we wanna run our organization the way we wanna run it, and we're gonna do it just the way we want to. Now, the thing is that once you show hate for people, even as a community, let's say you are some kind of village from some subcontinent, right? And you start putting that hate on people, that mistreatment, that dominance that you're trying to put on them, you're fair game. Your whole community is fair game at that point. It doesn't matter, because the thing is that you were the representing force in your community. You represented your community. Your community is all in now. There's no turning back. Your community is in. You started that hate with others. And you cannot, you see, in the dominant force, there has to be one that's better than the other. You know what I mean? So if the one that's better than you is gonna do the same thing to you and is gonna push you down a bit, you got no choice but to take it. That's just the way it's gonna be. You're gonna take it, right? And another thing is that, we live in the adult world. You know what I mean? First of all, that rule applies to the adult world. But also, you can't just play little tricks like, let me do this little thing, that little thing, it doesn't matter. Dude, everything matters. Okay, this world is systemic by nature. I'm thinking before there was even people populating the planet, prehistoric creatures, they all had a system of nature. A systemic thing is something that works everywhere, right? Systemically. You know what I mean? And the thing is that, like, let's say, you're very good systemically and you push somebody systemically, they're gonna come at you violently, maybe. So you beat them violently, what are they gonna do? They're gonna come at you systemically, right? You beat them in both. And that's the only way to deal with people like that. You know what I mean? Listen, everybody has a choice. In World War I and II, as far as I believe, Switzerland was a neutral nation, even though it was like right in Europe. It was a neutral nation. Okay, so you have a choice always. Are you gonna be neutral? Are you gonna take a side? And are you gonna fight? Or are you gonna go to war? Or are you gonna do sanctions? Whatever you wanna do. What are you gonna do? You will have to decide. And that decision will tell you who you are. You know what I mean? So if you are the stronger force representing your community, and let's say you're a total asshole or a piece of shit, and you got people backing you up, your community is gonna face some difficulties, some hardships. Your entire community is gonna go into hardships because of your actions. That is why that sometimes when that happens, some parts of communities try to denounce these people or even go to war with them in order to preserve themselves and not fall to pieces because of these people that are doing that. Another thing is that, here's the thing, if you're okay with growth, because listen, man, everybody that I've seen on this planet, doesn't matter who you are, everybody had a bad moment, okay? Some people had many bad moments, right? If you believe in growth, which means, for example, you literally lose at, let's say something is your life, tennis is your life, you lose at it, but you go back to the drawing board, you come back and you win, and you move up and you grow, that's a different situation. Now, if growth works for you, it has to work for even other people, right? You have to accept the fact that somebody can grow, somebody is better than you, and they can grow and be better than you and be stronger than you. See what I'm saying? It's like it's like, was it worth it, to hassle somebody, to give them shit, to give them attitude, just because in that moment you could? I'll give you an example, right? Some people say that, oh, I got power, right? I'm a waitress, but I got power because I can poison your food. First of all, that makes me think, what the hell is wrong with the kitchen? Is the kitchen supporting this going on? Because what is the kitchen gonna say? Dude, we have no power. She's a waitress, man. She's gonna go do whatever she wants. Where's the owner? Is the owner dead? Who's the owner now? What's going on? Why is my food being poisoned? You know what I mean? What the hell is going on? And then if that's the case, then a cleaner should be able to decide. A cleaner, it's especially after COVID, a cleaner should be able to say, see that office right there? All you guys have to vacate because I have to clean it right now. So vacate it, I'll be quick, go outside and stand there for 30 minutes. Because the postal people are doing the same thing. Why should we deliver this post? We got power over the mail. We are powerful people. You know, it's absolutely retarded. It's so stupid. And the thing is that, listen, if you can bite, or if you can even, I don't like threats and intimidation, but if you can threaten and you can intimidate people, you are fair game. I'll tell you that right now. And not only are you fair game, when you threaten and intimidate people or related to people or entire communities, the people that are related to you or your entire communities are open to being treated like that as well. They are all fair game at that point. The best thing they can do is to basically go to war with you or denounce you or at least separate from you or genuinely do that, because people will know if you're still associating with that organization or whatnot. That's what you have to do. That's all you can really do. You know what I mean? That's all. But we live in an adult world, and you know damn well that people move up in life. You know about that. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example. Mayweather was criticizing Pacquiao, right? The thing about Mayweather, you gotta understand, is he's not an honest guy. He lies all the time, and I'll tell you why. I specifically remember seeing an interview about Floyd Mayweather before Pacquiao was in his weight class. Mayweather went to watch his fight. And after the fight, they interviewed him on camera. They interviewed him and they said, who do you think is pound for pound number one? He goes, Floyd Mayweather. They go, who do you think is pound for pound number two? He goes, Manny Pacquiao. But when it came time to fight Manny Pacquiao, he said, no, I want to fight Juan Manuel Marquez because I think he's better than Manny Pacquiao. Right? Mayweather's always lying. Number two, I'll give you a little bit of what I think about Mayweather. I think he has a horrible biological system. I think his liver, he goes to nightclubs all the time. I think his liver and kidneys cannot process alcohol. He cannot process alcohol in his body. His body cannot tolerate it. That's why he doesn't drink alcohol. He needs to constantly be exercising and be healthy because his body is weak naturally. That's what I think about Floyd Mayweather. Now, is he in with the gambling ring? Yeah, but if you're in with the gambling ring in a gambling sport, what else is gonna happen, really? You know what I mean? But how do you rate the guy? He's not even that good. He all of his fights are fixed, and he's not even that good, to be honest. You know, watch his fight with Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley clocks him. He's stunned in the second round, and then he wins by just pepping him the whole fight. And it's like, do you really even believe that? But anyway, that's what I gotta say about Mayweather. Okay, he's full of shit. The guy would get knocked out by a street guy. A street guy would brawl him and knock him out. And he's a pussy, by the way. Everybody knows that Mayweather's a pussy. Sorry to say, everybody knows Mayweather's a pussy. Okay, and he is a pussy, by the way. Going on. So, if you can see people. Oh, by the way, he criticized Pacquiao. He said, oh, he's not even top pound for pound, blah, blah, blah. And he started doing all that stuff. But that didn't even have to do with the actual fight. It was just because he was in with the gambling ring and everything. But you never know. Maybe he got paranoid. Maybe he was worried that Pacquiao they'd hide the gambling ring from him and Pacquiao would knock him out. Maybe he was worried about that. But anyways, the point is that what he said as his defense with Juan Manuel Marquez was that, well, Pacquiao started off ordinary and now he's all amazing. That doesn't happen without PDs, blah blah. That's bullshit. Michael Jordan didn't make the friggin' basketball team in high school. Okay, the top rated player ever to play basketball couldn't make his high school team. He didn't make the cut for a high school team. Do you know how bad that is? Do you know? Especially to the amount that he played and he practiced, do you know how hard it is to not make a high school basketball team, man? For somebody who was rated the best player of all time, to not be able to make the high school team, man? What are you going to say? He didn't have flair. The man could dunk from the free throw line. Listen, man, people grow and their positions stay, and their positions increase. That's how the world works. Some people go down, some people say the same, but you got somebody who everybody thinks has the capability from always and has the verification and is growing and doing better than you. I'll give you an example. I don't want to be in certain communities. There's certain countries and communities and even subcontinents. I don't want any part of them. I don't want to be part of them. I don't consider them on my level. Not the way they look, not the way they act, not the way they smell, not the way they talk, not the way they do business. I don't want to fuck with them. I don't. And that's a reality. You know what I mean? They might not like that, but that's the reality. I don't have to do that. You know what I mean? So that's one of the deals. But that's what it is. I mean, people, they like to cause confusion, right? If somebody's doing well, they like to cause confusion. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. How does he have so much? How is he able to do that? Well, I'm going to do the same thing and I'm going to post it up. You know what I mean? It's like, they know that you did it the right way. They know you're legit. They know everything about you is legit, but they're trying to fight anyways. And one of the things is to use propaganda. It's to throw in confusion. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. But if that was the case, then this would happen. And it's like, that's not how it works. That's not the way reality in the world works. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's really the deal here. You know what I mean? I think I'm verified on every level, man. You know what I mean? And I always did things the right way. I always followed the rules. I always, at this point, I figured out what the adult rules are. That's the only difference. That's what a correctional facility will do. If you go to a correctional facility as an adult, right? And let's say you were never able to get into the adult world, like you always played things like a kid. Once you go to a correctional facility, you will become a man and you will become an adult by the time you leave, and you will deal with this world like an adult. Does that make sense? Okay. Well, I'm done. Good afternoon again, and I'm going to post this up.